Hey gamers, today we're going to look at the expansion for Marvel United. Enter the Spiderverse. Let's check it out. Now, just like all Marvel United games in this series, they all typically play the same. You have more Spidey locations here. You have a new villain, which is Green Goblin. And you have new heroes, which of course is Spider-Man, Ghost Spider, Miles Morales, and Spider-Ham. And basically, Green Goblin is going to be a little bit different because you're not going to put any of his threat cards. That's a special setup. It says it here on the front here. Because his BAM effect is he deals 1 damage to whoever's on that card, but he also puts out a threat card every time there's a BAM, which makes it extremely hard because his threat cards could be the Lizard, which takes 5 hit points, or Craven, or even Electro. Oh, and by the way, every single one of Green Goblin's cards is a BAM. And how he wins is if all 6 of his threat cards are out. So even though you beat one, another one's going to come out every time on his turn, guaranteed. One of the hardest villains in the entire series, Marvel United series. But just because they didn't think that was hard enough, what they gave you is a new challenge called the Secret Identity Challenge. What you're going to do is place these 3 reporter tokens on any of the 6 areas on the board, and you get to choose where you want them. And if you end your turn on one of these little reporter boards, that's a bad thing because you're going to get a snapshot picture taken of you. And if you get 3 of these tokens, your secret identity is revealed. What happens is you would take 1 damage, and even worse, you'd have to play your next card face down, which means you're not benefiting anyone on the team there. But after that, you don't pick up any one of these, and you don't have to worry about dealing with reporters. There is a way to remove a reporter. If you can't move off that square in time, you can pay a star, use a star icon to kick this reporter to another tile. Okay, and basically that's what you'll be doing, moving or kicking these reporters over to the area, trying to avoid getting your secret identity revealed, all the while trying to fight the impossible Green Goblin. And that's the expansion. Final thoughts, what do I think about the game? Well, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. He's my favorite superhero in the Marvel universe, and so I'm super glad I got this one. I will say this is hard. Probably only second to the Infinity Gauntlet as I'm looking at all my expansions. There's no other one that's harder than this one. Those reporter tokens are horrible. You're trying to kick them out of the way, maybe kick them all together and just avoid that area of play, because it's just awful to have to take a damage and lose a card, play a card face down. That's awful. Plus, Green Goblin has got to be one of the hardest villains in the entire game. I'm not kidding. Every card's a BAM. Every threat's coming on the board. So in 6 rounds, he could win easily. If you can't handle those threats. And how many times do you resolve a threat in 1 hero turn? It's really hard to do. Now, it is nice at first. You get a little bit of advantage because every square is open before he makes a move. But after that, you got to jump on each one of those threats. You got to beat some of these characters. Lizard, you may have to face 3 times in the game. Well, all the while trying to do the other things, stop overflow, because that's going to be bad for him too. And he's causing damage too. Now, I love Green Goblin. He's my favorite Spider-Man villain. I'm happy he's hard to beat, but I've yet to beat him. We can't figure it out. But that doesn't frustrate me, but I absolutely love it. The game is super tough. It's super tough. This is for people saying, oh, game's too easy. Get this one. If you beat it the first try, you're a liar. But I do enjoy it. There's something about it. There's a lot of movement cards here, so you can move off that tile and not get caught by the reporters. I like that extra level. You can take that extra level out. In fact, we did it once, and we still couldn't beat Green Goblin. But this is an amazing one. I absolutely love it. It's an amazing Spider-Man expansion here, and I really do like it. So if you can get it, yeah, you should. Especially for people who think the game's too easy, this will make you think twice. All right, gamers, that's all the time I have for now. Until next time, you know what to do. Game on.